hi everybody, it's me, Gazbot, here for Action Activate. And if I'm here, then with me as always...
It is I, the Big Dog Defender.
Welcome, sir.
How
It
goes
has
it?
been quite a while.
I know, it's been a bit.
I think it's been 3 months since we did a review together. And I think I've thrown up a couple random art videos and just sort of like, hey guys, we're still alive videos. We planned on taking a hiatus that then got exacerbated by many things. The biggest one that I moved, as you can see behind me. What do you want to, let's catch up a little bit in front of the people. And then we have the review episode up of episode 12. These will be going up within a day or two of each other. So yeah. This will probably go up after that, actually. Or what do you think? Should we put this up first?
It's up to you.
I'll put this up first. So the review's done. We already did it. So spoilers, we said it's been a while, but it's been a while as of, an hour ago. But there's a lot going on in Rangers other than the new season coming up. There's been a lot of toy news. Do you want to talk about that at all?
Yeah. There have been, since we talked, just a quick kind of catch up. There's multiple 2-packs that I don't think we got a chance to talk about.
You want to talk about Hasbro stuff? Let me throw that up.
Yeah, like toy wise, you mean?
Yeah.
So, with that, I mean, we got some Ninjetti that we got. We got the Astronema Ecliptor 2-pack. I mean, we could just start scrolling down.
As much as I hate having to buy Astronema again, she's different enough. And Ecliptor, the only thing is, shouldn't Ecliptor have a little cape?
He should.
I know he had it in the figure, but now I'm doubting myself. Did he have it in the show? And does he not?
I think he did, but I don't know if he had it the whole time.
I mean, that's something you could also customize pretty easily. But other than that, it's fantastic looking. And I don't even mind rebuying Astronema. I wish it had a little bit of a Corone head, but I guess they're going to save that for something else.
Yeah, probably for Lost Galaxy Pink, if I had to guess.
Well, but wouldn't they give that the first Pink?
They could do a duel. You never know.
Oh, they have been doing that a little bit. Yeah, with like but yeah, all the Ninjetti. Now, the Ninjetti, me personally, I've never been a huge fan of the Ninjetti. Some of them look better than others. The white, I think, looks the best. If I was going to get one, and I'm not sure I will, this would be the one I get, just because I like the Wolf Zord, and I'm a Wolf guy. These figures, though, look great.
Yeah.
Especially the one like this, where you could see the face poking through a little bit.
Yep.
So, if they were easy, normal to get, if you could just go to the store and get them or order, I probably would get the whole set, even though I'm saying I don't need them. But because it's a bit of a scavenger hunt to get them, they've sort of de-incentivized me to get the whole set, and maybe I'll get one or two. What about you?
I want them all.
Okay. But will you get them all? Will you go to the effort of trying to track them all down?
Probably at some point.
Okay. But that being said, the Amazon exclusive Finster, I really want. I think Finster isn't even one of my favorite characters necessarily, but this figure is fantastic.
Yeah, he looks great.
Yeah. So the bummer about that is I still don't have a Rita. And now it's like, if I have Finster, I really need a Rita. It's weird to have but I guess I'm holding out hope that they have a single release eventually, since I didn't get that 2-pack.
I don't think so. I think you're just gonna have to bite the bullet at some point.
If I saw the 2-pack cheap enough, and I haven't seen it, I've seen it on sale, but not cheap enough yet.
So here, scroll down a little bit.
Yeah,
this
right
is what I'm excited
the Ninja
for.
Turtle stuff.
I didn't think it was gonna be a thing, and then there were rumors, and then once I saw them, I'm like, oh yeah, baby.
Yeah. I'm thrilled they exist. I'm shocked that I don't feel the need to buy them.
Not even Shredder?
Shredder looks the best. But part of it, and depending on how long you've been collecting, this will make sense to you or not. But I'm going to give myself a one shot. I feel like when you start collecting, it's a wide open world. And any toy you can find and afford, you buy. And it's just, it's so good. And then over time, you get a little bit more money if you're lucky, and you can afford a few more things. And no matter how much money you have, like to spend per week or per month or whatever, after years and years and years, things add up. Maybe you buy one thing a month, maybe you buy one thing a week, maybe you buy one thing a day. But at some point, the amount of things you have exceeds the space you have, so that even if you find the hard to find thing, and even if you have the money to buy the hard to find thing, now you have a question of, where will I put the hard to find thing that I love? And do I love it more than the things that I already have on my shelves? And that's the issue I'm having. That's the issue I'm having with the Ninja Turtle crossover. And I'm a big Ninja Turtle fan, so it's like crazy. So it's the subject matter. I like both of these properties. I am not a huge fan of the look of the crossover designs. They're not terrible, but I'm not in love with them. They look so close to a regular Power Ranger that it just it almost looks like a knockoff Power Ranger to me. I'm not saying it's bad or anything like that. If you like it, I'm really happy they exist for the people that want them. But I have so many sets of Turtles and Mighty Morphin Rangers that I literally don't have room for another set. And because these aren't making me fall in love with them, that's why I'm not going to get them. That being said, they're also like store exclusives, and they're, you got to hunt for them a little bit. Which,
fan channel.
Okay, so they're not impossible to get, but it makes it a little bit harder, which makes it a little bit easier to resist. Now, to your point, not even Shredder. I'm going to pick up Shredder right here. Shredder looks the best. He looks awesome. Green Ranger Shredder, easily the best figure design. I like everything about it. It does what I think the others aren't doing as well. But I'm not going to get just Shredder, because then he's going to be this orphan. Like, where does he go? Because I'm not getting all of them. And then where does he go with my Turtles? Does he go with my Power Rangers? Does he go next to
You could put him next to Draken and Psychos and be happy.
I could do that and not be happy. You could do that and be happy. And also, again, it comes down to space. I'm talking myself out of getting a lot of this stuff, because even if I could justify the money,
Is that a soft goods cape?
It might be, which is dangerous because I do like soft goods. But also, you see what I got going on behind me. Not only do I potentially not have the space, but right now I've bought I have a Tenga, and just came in the mail from GameStop. Phantom Ranger, which I've been dying for, and he looks awesome. And I'm not even opening them because where am I going to put it? There's nowhere I could put them. They're just going to, so until I have time to set up my bookshelves and things like that, any new toy I buy literally goes into a pile. And that doesn't mean I'm not going to get things that are going to be hard to get, but like, all of this is why I'm not getting this particular set. It's not a must-have for me, and so therefore I'm letting it go.
So since they announced it, I read it, and it was actually pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
I know, kind of throwback, when we interviewed Scott Zillner, that was like his thing that he like happily, angrily was like, "How have you guys not read this? You need to read this. It's so good." And it was fun.
I still have not read it. I still plan on reading it, but just like my toy stuff, I have a similar issue with comics, where I have piles of comics, and if I buy new comics, they're going to go in a pile. Like, my time is, but that is, if there's a trade out, I will get the trade. If there's not, when it comes out, I will get it. And I will absolutely get it and read it. Life, and again, money can be a factor depending on the day or the week or whatever, but that's not even the primary factor for me. It's just like, if I bought it today, it would sit in a pile, not being read for 3 months. So there's no rush for me, unfortunately. Yeah. All right. So was there anything else Hasbro you wanted to talk about?
I don't know if we talked about the Magnum Defender, the Phantom Ranger wave, but he's cool. I feel like we did. I feel like that was.
I think we did back when they were announced. But actually, something that we can't really talk about too much because it hasn't happened yet. But PulseCon is happening.
Yes.
This weekend. We don't know what they're going to be announcing. They've already started announcing some Transformer stuff, which is weird. But it is worth checking out because they're for sure going to mention something about Power Rangers. Something, I'm sure.
Oh, one thing. Kind of pivoting a little bit. So Ryan Parrott is going to be at PulseCon. Okay. He is the current writer of Mighty Morphin and Power Rangers.
Okay.
Because they're two different series. Have you been spoiled at all about the recent runs?
No, I'm very, very behind, and I have not gotten spoiled. Ryan Parrott. Okay. Here.
So
Matthew Lillard, why is he going to be? Oh, there's Ryan Parrott. Why? What? Oh, Magic the Gathering. Okay. So what does he have to do with Power Rangers? So Ryan Parrott. Okay. I can't click on it. I guess it's just his picture. Anyway, this is what he looks like, guys.
So I want to be vague enough that I could say it, but I also don't want to, scratch your spoiler itch kind of deal.
I mean, it's going to be a while before I read it, as we just discussed. So just, give a mild hint of a spoiler. Fine,
So I'm not this far in the comics either. I'm actually a little bit behind. Mm-hmm. But there is not a new like Ranger as in like original Ranger that we haven't seen, but someone is becoming a Ranger based on powers we've already seen in the comics.
Okay.
And your wife will be very stoked about it, even though she hasn't been into Power Rangers for a while. And that's what I will say. And if you want me to elaborate a little bit more, I can.
Someone from the Power Rangers universe will be becoming a Power Ranger using powers we've seen before.
Yes.
And my wife will be especially excited.
Yes.
So that makes me go, well, what non-Power Ranger character does she like a lot, essentially?
So she doesn't know the character at all. And I don't know if you do either. If you do, it's in passing, but it's a specific character from the comic.
She's not read the comics at all.
I know, but visually she'll look at this and go, yep, give me that stuff.
Okay. I mean, I don't know what, maybe there's some sort of cat person that becomes a ranger or something.
Can I just say it?
Yeah, go ahead.
A cat becomes a Power Ranger.
Okay. That's what I think. But not the character cat, just a cat.
No, there is a feline, like, cat character in the comics.
Cat, like, okay.
Not an Earth cat.
They look like a cat, like
yes,
Dexter looks like a cat.
They are a cat, yeah.
Okay, all right.
And they become a Power Ranger.
That's awesome. What are they like? What power? What team set are they in?
Omega.
Okay, that makes sense. That's awesome. I look forward to seeing that. I look forward to that being a figure maybe when they have the Omega Rangers.
First, I want Omega Rangers. Then,
but I can see it being like some kind of team set that comes with it or something.
Maybe, I don't know.
If you want to stick on toys, there's a lot of Super 7 stuff going on too, which
we actually haven't talked about that both personally or for the show in a while.
Let me you start talking about it. I'll see if I can pull it up real quick.
So Superset, there's two things.
You want to talk about reactions or ultimates?
Mostly ultimates.
Okay. So let's talk about wave 1 first, which has already been done, but like
yeah. So the thing is, I want to see them in hand. And so I'm mostly not tempted by like the humanoid figures.
I'm not getting any of this wave because I think the pre-orders are already done, or if they're not, but if the Lightning collection wasn't out and we only had if we only had the Legacy collection and everything else and the SH figure arts and stuff, I would be all in on this set.
Yes.
I think they look great. They have accessories and the likenesses are better.
And they have toy accessories.
Yes, and they have toy accessories. And they all just kind of look better, but the scale is off. I already am invested in Lightning Collection in terms of completing teams and all that kind of stuff. They look great. And it's just this weird thing where like they came out it's similar to what happened when they started putting out some Transformers similar to this. And it was right after the main line put a bunch of Generation 1 looking figures out and the RED line came out. And then they're like, and both of these lines, if they came out like a year or two earlier, I'd be all over them.
Yeah.
And now I'm like, they look great, but am I going to sell all the stuff I already have and start collecting a new line that may or may not go into other seasons? And then am I going to have a Mighty Morphin team that doesn't match every other season that there ever was? But you were saying you're not excited about the humans because you could imagine using, for example, like Goldar, who will be these are 7-inch figures for those that don't know.
So actually, I think they're 7-inch for the humans and then bigger for the monsters.
Right, 7-inch scale, I should
say. I don't even know if they're 7-inch. They might be 8-inch scale, which is why I'm extra not down.
In this scale, this scale. They're either 7 or 8. 7-inch. No, they're 7-inch.
Oh, they are? Okay.
The 7-inch is the human, so Goldar is probably like 8 inches or something. So if one were to get them, Goldar and the Tyrannosaurus, those would still work theoretically. But the rest would be gigantic compared to your other ones.
You could also, and this is, for those who are newer to this part of the show, whenever we talk about toy stuff, I usually use old Big Dog and new Big Dog as things. When Gaz met me, I was single old Big Dog who pretty much had an excuse for any of these toys. Like any small modicum of rationale, I'd be like, here's why I'm going to get it. And it makes total sense. Whereas now I'm a more reasonable married individual with not a lot of space.
Space, all collectors come upon space. I truly believe this. No matter how young or old you are, no matter how rich or poor you are, at some point when you're collecting, you'll go, wow, I don't have enough space. And how do I handle that? I mean, if you're only collecting for 6 months or a year, no. But if you collect long enough, everyone will have that, and different people sell it different ways. They sell some of their collection, they pack them in tighter, they hang them from the ceiling, they stop collecting a certain relocate. Yeah.
No, rotate.
Oh, rotate. Yeah, rotate. There's a lot of solutions, but it will be a problem that needs to be solved one way or the other.
Yeah.
But this is I'm put up wave 2 now because this is like the current wave that you can order. And I personally am more tempted by wave 2 than I was by wave 1.
Same.
The King Sphinx looks better than the Lightning Collection's King Sphinx.
Oh, a million times over.
But I got the Lightning Collection King Sphinx, which I wasn't going to get. I got it for $7.99. So it's like, well, for $7.99, it's a great figure. But this one, the colors are just awesome. And again, the size factor isn't that big of a deal. That one isn't even the one that tempts me the most, though. Neither is the Dragon Zord, which looks awesome. And
that's my number one temptation.
I am especially fond of the rocket effects, and it is really cool. But I have the Soul Chogokin Dragon Zord. I used to have the Legacy one, sold that, got Soul Chogokin. So in my mind, I'm like, that's it. I'm done. That's the best Dragon Zord I'm ever going to get. So I'm safe there. But I do like it. But the one that really, really kills me,
Rita.
Because as we said, I didn't get the 2-pack, and it looks just like the actress. And it's got 2 different faces and all the crazy accessories. And I think this is cloth good. And if it's not, it looks like cloth good, but I think it is. And it's a fantastic figure. I want it. I want it so bad. It's the best Rita ever. But whoops, was I not sharing that? I closed it. Well,
you closed it. Yeah.
Okay. So, and I was talking to you because like scale does bother me, but I'm like, well, maybe if I put her way in the back or not next to them, or like trying to figure out a way I could make it work, because I love that figure.
The only thing I can think of, and this is me hard enabling you, is if, let's say she is 7-inch scale.
Yes.
So let's say they just goof it and she's 7 inches tall.
Yes.
Maybe you can bend at the knee and just have her like short underneath the dress.
Yeah, I was thinking that too, or have her sitting, or like I don't know. Here's the thing. If I could see her, get my hands on her, buy her at a store, have a friend, like, and really like suss it out, the chance of me getting her would be much higher. But because I have to pre-order based on a CGI rendering, and she'll come in like a year, and it might be, and I guess arguably I could then sell it, but maybe I won't get what I paid for it, and it's a pain in the butt to have to sell things, and so I probably am not going to get her again because of the difficulty in getting her, as opposed to just being able to like hold her up to another figure. And although, you know what though, the wave, well, it depends on if wave 1 shows up before the pre-order window closes for wave 2. Because if I imagine when people do reviews of wave 1, they're going to compare them to the other.
Yeah, exactly.
And if I see one of those and it looks good enough, then I might pre-order. But depending on how that timing, it might come a little too late.
Yeah. So I know we glossed over wave 1. As of now, not getting any of wave 1.
Same.
But if I were, I'd be tempted the most by Goldar.
Same.
And then this is old Alex on my shoulder whispering in my ear, but I really would want to get a Green Ranger to have it as the action figure. So that super shiny chrome gold, like toy one, and the toy Dragon Dagger, I'm like, that's where you would get me. And full props to them, because that's what they're going for too.
Yes. And that tempts me too, because I just love shiny chromey, but I have the vintage flip head. So I'm like, I'm good. I don't need it.
What I was going to say also prior is, old Alex would have been like, we need to get at least one putty, because then he's bigger than all the rest and he's the leader. And then you put these weird jerseys and stuff on him for sure.
Unfortunately, we're going to have to end soon, even though we're just barely back. But like I said, we're doing 2 episodes this week. This was sort of a little bonus catch up. I would say welcome back to everybody who's watching us again. Thanks for being patient. If you have questions or comments if you have specific questions about where we've been, what are we doing, or are we going to look at this, whatever, throw them in the comments. We'll try to address them next week. We are going to start having weekly episodes of the reviews of the new Dino Charge, Journal of Fury, even though they're all out, we're still going to do 1 a week. Yeah. And when we can, we'll do these kind of episodes that are a little more informal. Maybe we'll do a live Q&A if people have interest in that. But I would say, throw anything you want to know or want us to do in the comments, and we'll try to address that. But for now, we're going to have to wrap it up for this week at least. And so unless there's anything else you want to say.
Yeah, kind of like what you were saying, anything in general about us, Action Activate, whatever, put it all right here, good, bad, or in between. Yep. Wrapping up the toy conversation, because I actually didn't even share this with you. The 3A 12-inch figures have come out, and people started doing reviews of those. And
getting tempted. Is old Alex reeling his head?
No, because I have 12-inch Rangers,
but not 3A.
I don't have the 3A ones, which apparently are a dream to articulate, and you just
need to get the Red Ranger of every line. Just Jason in every line. Anyway, I have been Gazbot.
I'm a big dog defender and continue to be. To the power.
To the power.
See you guys later.
Hold on. I can't stop it. Where's it going? Why is it not happening? What's happening? This is really old school.
Operation Overdrive is my favorite season.
We're back, baby!
The worst.